This is Russ. Hey, I'm back out on the road again. Yep. Hey, it rained this morning. It's gonna rain some more. I figured I better get out here before I can't get out here at all. It's a little chilly right now. I didn't put on my long sleeve shirt. I figured, well, that's a UV shirt. Yeah, it's rainy, it's not gonna be so bad. But yeah, well, it's long sleeve. I should have put that on. It would have been a little warmer. So I've been caught out in the rain before, 3 times now, but just for drizzles. We may get that again now. I'm actually feeling a little bit of it right now. But I figured I'll take it out. Let's see what happens. In my haste to get out, I forgot to put a cell phone mount on the Magicycle Cruiser. You know, I told you guys I kind of jump back and forth between cell phone mounts and the like. So yeah, I didn't put it back on here. I do have one more. Magicycle sent me a couple more cell phone mounts, and I put it on my other Magicycle products, but I'm saving the one for the new Deer Mini when they finally show up with that one. Where is the Deer Mini? I know it's out there, but I haven't gotten it yet. But they did promise it will eventually show up, so they may be fulfilling orders. Any of you guys who pre-ordered bikes, they may be fulfilling those first before they send it off to us influencers. Yeah, I love that word, as you know. So what's new? Let me see. Well, I finished the review for a bike that I showed you guys, maybe a week or so ago. Had you guess what bike it was? People took guesses. I wouldn't acknowledge or confirm or deny anything. I finished that review, but I can't show it to you yet. That review can't be released until sometime in August, because they have an official release date. Sometimes we get these products a little bit earlier than everybody else gets them. And so I figured I better do it while I have the chance to do it, because I am going to be heading out on another trip. At the end of July. So as I mentioned before, I am heading out on a cruise to Alaska. And so I'm going to lose a week right there. Now, typically what I did last time I went out to California for a couple of weeks, I made videos in advance, which were released automatically for you guys. I don't know whether I'm going to have time to finish off enough videos for you while I'm gone. I really don't know. I'm going to try, but if for some reason during the end of July, early August, you don't see anything from me, it's because of that. Because I wasn't able to do it, or maybe I wasn't able to do all of them in time. So anyway, I reminded Magicycle that if they plan to send me the Deer Mini, they can't send it to me during that time period. Otherwise, it'll be sitting outside for anyone to take. I also reminded that to another manufacturer who had contacted me as well, and they were supposed to send me something too for an August review, but I haven't seen that one yet either, so who knows. Sometimes it takes a while for these guys to send things out, but kind of slow in response. I have no idea what to think. Since we're talking about slow in response, let's talk about another manufacturer. Now, I'm not going to tell you the name of these companies, because it's probably not fair to them if I just mention their name, but yeah, it's a little frustrating dealing with some of these guys. So let me tell you the story, okay? So I was contacted by a company who manufactures trikes, Etrikes. So you're probably thinking, well, good, you can get one of those and do a review. Yeah, well, maybe not so. The problem with the Etrike is, where do I put something that large? I'm already running out of space as it is with regular bikes, and you know a trike takes up even more space. Yeah, you can't transport it that easily. At least this one you can't. I mean, you can't put it on a regular bike rack and transport it. You can't do that. Some of these things you can fold down and stick it inside your vehicle, but I doubt it. In my wife's SUV has a rear seat that sticks up a bit, and I don't think it would fit. Which means if they send me a trike, I could only ride it in this general area. I can't ride it anywhere else because I can't transport it. So anyway, that's beside the point. All right, but that's an internal struggle I have with trikes. So they contacted me about it and said, you know, would you be interested in it? And I looked at it and I said, well, it's kind of big. You got to build this thing too, and from what I understand, that thing was kind of hard to build. So I don't want to build it. I mean, it would be hours and hours and hours of build time, from what I understand. Or they can build it and send it built. I'm thinking that would be the way I would want it. I don't think I would want to build something like that. So that is another internal struggle, okay? But the real struggle I had was this. It was kind of expensive. Yeah, it's kind of an expensive e-trike. And so I asked them, I said, you know, there's other e-trikes out there now that are less expensive. Electric probably comes to mind for many of us at this point, because they have one that's around, I don't know, I think it's like $15.99, something like that, $14.99, $15.99, something like that. Well, their trike is almost twice the price. I didn't see any really major advantage over theirs over the electric for that price. So I simply asked them, I said, can you tell me what makes your product worth nearly $2,000 more? Well, not 2,000. It would be about 1,500 more, but twice the price. Like, what makes your product worth twice the price more than the electric? I says, and the reason I need to know this is because I says I know that I have a lot of interactions with my viewers. They're gonna ask me that. I'll guarantee you somebody's gonna ask that, right? So I says, can you tell me what stands your product out more than the other one? I wanted to find out, because if they can't answer that question, what is the point of it, right? I figure that's a legitimate question. Well, I didn't hear back from them for a long time. And then finally, they responded back and says, so I'm going to pass that off to another person. Maybe the guy who sent out the request to me is just a marketing guy. You know, he doesn't really know. It's okay, I understand that. So I said, okay, I'll give him another chance to respond. Still haven't heard from the other guy. We're talking weeks now, right? So I'm thinking two things here. Maybe nothing about their product stands it out compared to the product that's $1,500 or so, compared to their nearly $3,000 bike. Or their customer service is so bad they can't even answer the influencers. Yeah, I'm not taking that bike on. I'm not taking that trike on. Even if they at this point said, yeah, here's the answer. I can't get behind a product like that if I can't trust the company to be able to answer a simple question like that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I don't really want to bash companies, but at least I didn't mention their company name. But you see the problem, right? And this is one of the reasons why I don't take every bike that's given and offered to me. People say to me all the time, just do them and then give them away to us. Yeah, I'm not going to do that either. I already told you that. I mean, that's the equivalent of me saying to you, can you give me some free work? You know, you get paid, but yeah, just do it for me for free. No, I can't do that. No. If I give something away, that has to come from me. It's not from somebody wanting me to give it to them. You see what I'm saying? I can't do that. And it takes effort to make the videos, so no, It's not going to happen. Russ is cheap. I told you guys that. You know, if I have something, I have to sell it off. My wife has told me, she says, oh, you got a lot of these bikes. They're basically worthless unless you sell them. She has a point. She does have a point. I mean, people could give you bikes all day long. I mean, oh, it's so much value. It's only valuable if you sell it off. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of bikes in your house. You see what I'm saying? So, so just today, another Etrike company contacted me. Now, this one is actually less than the electric, but it is also a lesser product. I can see it right off the bat. Smaller battery, nothing really special that stands it out other than the price being less than the electric. Now, I don't have any affiliation with electric. I mean, they've never reached out to me. I've asked them, I think way early when I first started the channel, whether they could send me one of their bikes to review, but I never heard back from them. It's okay, that's up to them. You know, they've got their series of reviewers to do their bikes. That's fine. Okay, but I respect the company of what they're doing, and they're offering things that are, you know, of good value to the industry. So I figured, you know, if they ever contacted me, sure, I would try it, but they have never, so I won't. But yeah, recently somebody else asked if I would like to try their electric trike and do a review on it, but no. Unless it comes from electric, I don't think I want to do that. Because I know that a lot of times whenever we do reviews and the like, people, you know, associate you with that company, and I have no association with electric, and so I don't want to start that whole thing up like that either. And I have noticed too, whenever certain products are mentioned or whatever, I'll get an email from somebody or something, and they'll ask me, you know, questions about that product line and stuff. And so I don't want to start that all up again. So yeah, I really won't be reviewing products like that I have no association with. Now, you might ask what about that rad trike that you went out and tried out? Well, that wasn't actually a review, it was just a test ride, because I was already out at the Rad Power Bike store in Berkeley, California, because I went out to visit my sister, remember that? So I had the opportunity to try out their trike, and also, I think, what was it, the new Rad Runner or something that came out. So yeah, I didn't say no to that because they gave me the opportunity to do it. But I have no affiliation with Rad, other than the fact that I had bought a Rad power bike as my very first e-bike. And because I bought that, you know, they give you an affiliate link to use to give to friends or anybody else you want to give to, and then you guys get $50 off, and then they give me $50 too. Okay, but it's in a Rad credit, all right? I have so much Rad credit at this point, I don't even know what to do with it. I could buy one of their bikes and then sell it to you, but that seems kind of crazy to just buy it and then discount it to sell it to you. But what else am I going to do with all the Rad credit? Yeah, I have enough Rad credit to probably buy 2 more Rad bikes at this point. Yeah, because so many of you guys have bought Rad power bikes and used my affiliate link to do it. So thank you so much for that. It's not just that. For that, my sister bought Rad bikes, and she used my credits to do it. All right, but that's my sister. Okay, it's not like somebody I don't know. But the whole point is that a lot of Rad bikes were sold, but I really have no affiliation with them other than the fact that I bought one for myself. They gave me an affiliate link. I gave it to you guys. You guys saved $50, and I made $50 as well. Okay, but for electric, I don't have any affiliation with them. So I kindly turned his offer down to give it to me to try out, and he understood why. I just said I just don't want to get into that whole can of worms again. So yeah, I don't think that Etrike is going to be something in my future to review. So even though they're being offered now to me, I don't think I'm going to do it. And the reason is because after trying that Rad Trike, It's really not something for me. I know that you may say, well, do it for us. Well, okay, but where do I put this thing? And what do I do with it after I'm done? I mean, I have a hard enough time trying to get rid of the bikes that I already have. People may or may not want the bikes that I have. So I think the Trike would be kind of similar. It would be difficult for me to get rid of even after I have it. And even if you said, hey, give it away, I can't even get it to you. I can't transport that thing. You can't even transport that thing. You might not even if you said, I'll come pick it up, you might not even be able to move it. Yeah, it's difficult. It's too big, is my point. And I didn't like the fact that, you know, when you're on ground that's not level, like here we're relatively level, but even if the ground was slightly tilted one side, you kind of feel like you're going to fall off. Yeah, I think the Trike is not as easy as people may think it's going to make it out to be. I mean, I watched my sister riding it. She had difficulties too. She said, I kept feeling like I was tilted because the ground wasn't level. Yeah, it would be difficult for some people. So overall, I think if you plan to buy a Trike, keep those things in mind. Try one before you actually buy it. Yeah. Yeah, even if you see a review, try it before you buy it. You might not like it. It does take some effort. And some of the reviews I've seen, the reviewers have kind of said similar type things where they also had some difficulties initially getting used to it. You know, it's not like you can't get used to it, but it's different than what you might think. All right, we're gonna have to hit them with the bell. Thank you. So, I don't think a Trike review is going to be coming from the Russ is Right channel. Just saying that right now. All right. So now you might be asking, what if Etrike gave you the Trike and tried it out? I don't know. That one I might try out because I think it's a good value, right? And if you're going to buy a Trike, that would be one that I think a lot of people would be interested in looking at. Yeah, that's probably promotion for Etrike right there. So, would I do it? I don't know. I don't know where I would put it. That's the whole thing. I really don't know where I would put something like that. Those things are big. All right. So enough about the Trikes. No Trike in the future for Russ is Right. Okay. Let's see. I keep forgetting that they actually were doing some construction on this road over here. They're redoing the parking lot apparently. Okay, we're going to have to go down the sidewalk again. Let's just go down this way.
I figured him out. He has a really dry sense of humor.
Yeah, sometimes people don't hear the bell. They're too caught up in their own thing, they don't hear it. I figured I better stop in case she turned around, and yep, she turned around. She probably would have walked right into me. Yeah, you gotta watch out for people. Okay, we're out of there. All right, so why am I riding today with the possibility of rain? Well, if I don't do it, then you don't get any video. It's simple as that. And if I don't do it, then I don't get to go outside either. Yeah, you know, whenever I do one of these reviews, it eats up a day of riding. So even though I did something, I can't show it to you right away because there's release dates that you have to release them on. And yeah, that thing won't release until August. But I gotta do it now or I'm gonna run out of time. You know, the Deer Mini eventually will come in. If it comes in time, I'll try to get that review out before I leave on my trip. Because I know a number of you guys have said that you're interested in maybe buying a Deer Mini, but you want to see what I had to say about it first. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I appreciate it too when you use the affiliate link and buy it. Actually, somebody bought some Magicycle product recently. I took a look at the affiliate link and I don't know what they bought. They either bought 4 bikes or 3 really good ones. So appreciate that. Thank you very much for whoever purchased their Magicycle bikes. I do see them when it comes in. If I check the the site, it tells me if somebody bought one and if they used one of my links. Yeah. So thank you, appreciate it. Every little thing like that helps out. I'm telling you, after being retired now for a while, I find I am getting to be a lot more frugal. It's another good word for cheap. and every little bit helps. You know, my wife is still working, but you know, I'm not technically working. Although being on YouTube is kind of like working, right? You do make videos, you do get paid for it. YouTube pays you, Amazon pays you, affiliate links pay you. So, and we do have to declare all that stuff on taxes. So yeah, it's technically you're still working. Although some people will say what you're doing isn't work, you're having fun. Well, work should be fun. Unfortunately, it's not for a lot of people. Yeah, that's kind of a pity, huh? You know, you work all that time and you don't enjoy what you do. That pretty much says a lot for a lot of people. They don't really enjoy what they do. They just do it because they have to do it. That's kind of a pity. I know it's not easy. Some of us have been pretty lucky. I would say I have been pretty lucky for most of my work life. Let's turn here. They got construction down the other side there. Yeah, I've kind of enjoyed a lot of the things that I've done. Not all of them, but a lot of them, yeah. Yeah, I worked in the stereo store with my dad and my brother for 8 years? 8 years seems to be a magic number, by the way. 8 years there. We moved out to San Diego. I worked in law enforcement. Can't hear myself talking, so my enunciation may not be good. It got wind blowing up against my ears. Can't hear anything. Yeah, we stayed out in California for about 8 years. Say that 8 years again? Yeah, then I started my own company doing forensic work and then also shooting weddings, photographing weddings. Now that one went a little longer. That was more than 8 years. And then when my knees started going bad, I opened up a photography school. Ran that for 8 years. See the number 8? Now, if you know anything about the Chinese feel 8 is a lucky number. I don't know why that is. I'm just telling you. That's what they believe. And I'm not into all this numerology type stuff, but just giving you some history of what the Chinese believe. 8 is a lucky number. So I did 8 years of that. And now I'm doing the Russ is Right channel. Let's hope it goes more than 8 years. But yeah, it's going on, what is it going on, like 4 years now? Something? Is that the half-life? Let's hope not. But let me tell you this. Go take a look at the main Russ is Right page. Go on the main Russ is Right YouTube channel page. Take a look at the number of videos made since starting the channel. Yeah, it's just shy of 1,000 videos. Can you believe this? I can't believe it either. It's shy of about 1,000 videos. Yeah, I think maybe another 20, 25 more, something like that. We'll hit 1,000 videos. Now, not all of it has been e-bikes. You know, 2 years of it has been about my knee. And a couple years of e-bikes. And, you know, a little bit of odds and ends when the channel first got started. So, yeah, you add it all up, it's almost 1,000 videos. That's because I put out a video almost every single day. Okay, and that's not true. Nowadays, I do 5 out of 7 days. But you add it all up, yeah, it's coming in close to 1,000 videos. That's nuts. It's hard to believe. So this guy's letting me go. See, this is the thing, is that I appreciate them letting me go, but if they would simply just go, and there's a car there that would, had stopped. All right, let's take the path again. Because they stop and they wait for me because they don't know what I'm gonna do. It actually takes longer. but nobody wants to go across and run over a bike rider. That's gonna look really bad on your driving record. Not too good for the cyclist either. Oh, let me tell you about this Magicycle Cruiser. The last time we took it out, I was wondering why my battery was so far down. Remember that? I was saying, what? It's already 70 something percent. How'd that happen? Here's how that happened. You know, because I had taken the Cruiser out before, but it wasn't the same battery. Yeah. I used the 15 amp hour version of the battery the last time I took it out, and then this most recent time that I took it out, I took the 20 amp hour battery. Well, as you know, during the winter months, I had drained those batteries down to the 70% levels. I didn't charge that one up. That's why it started out in the 70% levels, is because I'd never recharged it for the beginning of the season. Well, somebody's swinging on the left or on the right side. Older person swinging really high. Wow, I could never swing on a swing that high. So anyway, that's why it was like that. It wasn't self-draining or anything like that. I kept thinking, is this thing self-draining? Why is it down 70-something percent? Down to 70-something percent. Well, losing my mind. Losing my mind and didn't even remember to charge it up. Yeah, charge up your batteries for the season if you're going to use it. But the thing is, because I've been alternating bikes, I didn't feel like charging everything up. But they say you should charge your battery up every now and then. Charge it and use it. So if you have two batteries, my suggestion is alternate your batteries. Yeah, don't just use one all the time and one just sits and does nothing. You should kind of alternate it a little bit and use it. And so we've been riding for a little bit now. I'm down to 87% right now. So it goes to show you that it's not the battery that was bad or anything like that. It was just or anything like that. See, that's another thing of saying like and stuff. Yeah, certain phrases you say all the time. So let's hit her with the bell here. Is that the same lady we saw before? Maybe. Still got to hit her with the bell and just let her know we're coming, right? All right. Well, I'm glad I got out. I mean, it is a cool day because of the rain. It's been hot for the last several days. It's going to be hot again, I know. I saw that it was going to rain the whole day. I figured today was a wasted day. I wouldn't be able to do it. I may have to do some inside videos. I may have to still do that, by the way. We'll see how it goes. Where we take old footage, put it in the background, and you see me. If you're new to the channel, you may never have seen that before, but we did that all winter long because I can't ride during the winter. Some people do it, I don't. And so what I do is I take some of the footage from the year's ride, run that in the background, and then we green screen me on top of it. So essentially you see me on top of the video. It's usually probably the only time you actually see my face. Thank you. Okay, I feel a couple of drops. I don't know whether that's from stuff coming off the trees or whether it actually is a couple of drops. Alright. This bell's a little soft. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't hit it hard enough or something. Okay, yeah, I think it's starting to rain. If you see raindrops on the camera lens, you'll know why. Alright, time to swing around and head back. Let's go this way. Anyways, I appreciate you guys hanging around with me and going for the ride just before more rain happens. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I appreciate everybody doing that. It does help out the channel. Talk to you guys next time.